aggressive about it.
What's happening, people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another live stream, and welcome to all your latest Chelsea transfer news. And I tell you what did I tell you lot? What did I tell you? Nico. Oh, you don't need three strikers. No team has three strikers. Oh, he's going to be third choice all season. He's not going to play. He's going to sit on the bench all season. No, he's not. You absolute clowns. What did I tell you? You pussies. I told you lot. Where are you now? Where are you now? In the chat. Where are you? Come on, guys. Where are you? Let's be hearing it. Oh, no team has three strikers and this and that and all that rubbish you were telling me. And then what happens? The day we got the here we go. 8 weeks out, Liam Delap, hamstring injury. Thank God that deal wasn't already signed, because we would have been finished. We would have been finished with Tyreek George playing up front and one centre forward. Less of that from you lot. Less of that. I told every single one of you. I told you in the chat. I told you about needing three strikers. Oh, but no top team has three strikers. Oh, you know, we can't do that. We don't need that. We don't need three strikers. We'll be fine. Game week 3, hamstring gone, striker out for 8 weeks. But we don't need three strikers. 3 strikers season is here to stay. Shut up and sit down. 3 season striker. But apparently there's no need for 3 strikers. You know, Pedro's a striker, but he's played 10 in the last 2 games. It's almost like players can play for more than one position, and it's not 3 players fighting for one position, is it? No, it's not. Like all you lot were trying to tell me in the chat. Oh, it's one player for 3 positions. No, it's not one player for 3 positions. It's never one player for 3 positions, and it never has been one player for 3 positions. So all you lot can hold that in the chat. All of you, except for some of you that were backing me. All you lot can hold that in the chat. Right, I'm getting these shades off because I actually can't see. But you lot can all hold that. You lot can hold that. Anyway, I haven't shouted the sponsor out. I'm going to quickly do it. And I tell you what, guys. Get yourself down to Jersey's FC Soccer Shop. Link is in the description. Use code BLUEBROTHER for 15% off. Get yourself that number 15 Nicolas Jackson on the back. Remontada settings. Get that Nicolas Jackson on the back. Champions League patch on the sleeve. Free Jackson. Link in the description. Use code BLUEBROTHER for 20% off. Great quality. Affordable prices. Names, numbers, patches, whatever you want. Make sure you use the code BLUEBROTHER for 20% off. Link is in the description. And I tell you what, guys, you lot in the chat have been giving me shit. You've been giving me shit in the chat. Respectfully, none of you, man, can chat to me. None of you can chat to me in the chat. Maybe a few of you. None of you can chat to me. So you can just, you know, put your comments in and stuff, you know, stay involved, but don't chat to me. Don't chat to me about this. Because I was right. All you lot saying, we don't need 3 strikers. No team has 3 strikers. What happens if a striker gets injured? Oh, no, it's fine. We played Tyreek George up front today. Is that okay? No, it's not okay. Anyway, we're going to get into this. I'm going to get into you lot in the chat shortly. I'm going to get to the chat. Don't worry. It's still the community and it's still the people. And it's all love, but I've got to have my moment here. And I'm having it. And I'm going to fucking enjoy it as well, by the way, chat. I'm going to enjoy it. And when he comes back, I'm going to be shameless for every single goal. So this was the Ornstein exclusive after the game. Exclusive. Chelsea informed Bayern Munich they will not be proceeding with proposed loan of Nicolas Jackson after injury to Liam Delap. 24-year-old striker travelled to Germany for FC Bayern move, but Chelsea requested the Senegal international returns to London. Now, obviously, we've got a situation now where he's flown to Germany. He's landed in Germany. Obviously, someone hasn't told him the news. Obviously, someone's not told him the news that he needs to come back. The news has not been told yet to him clearly. But he's in Munich. He's landed in Munich airport. You know, and look, by the way, for him on a personal level, I do feel sorry for him because he thinks he's joining Bayern Munich, and he lands there. He's at the airport. He's ready to do the medical. He's greeted people from the club, and then suddenly, oh, by the way, Nico, spin that plane round. We're going back to London. We're going back to London. But now there's reports saying that I think these are from Germany, these reports. Romano's not said it. Ornstein's not said it. No, none of the others have said it. There's some from Germany saying that his camp are refusing the request. Now, if nothing's signed, then they can't refuse. They cannot refuse. I don't think anything's been signed. I don't know for certain, but I don't think anything's been signed, chat. Now, if nothing's been signed, then you cannot refuse. You're a contracted Chelsea player, and you have to come back. It's as simple as that. So we need to find out, has a contract been signed? Has a contract been signed? Has a contract been signed? If so, we've got a problem and we might have to pay some sort of cancellation fee or a termination fee. I'm sure there's some sort of termination fee in the deal, but we would have had to have paid that. But if nothing's been signed, his camp can do whatever his camp can say, oh, he's not coming back. We don't want him to come back. They've got no power in that situation. No contract is signed. No contract signed. Bro, it's not a bad way for Chelsea to move. We've just lost. There's 2 days left in the window, and we've just lost a striker for 8 weeks. We've just lost a striker for 8 weeks. So we had to move like this. We had to. We weren't going to find ourselves a striker in 2 days in the window. So we recalled one that we've already got. And I can understand why his team would be unhappy. I can understand why his team would be unhappy. I fully get that. But at the end of the day, pal, you're contracted to Chelsea. And I can absolutely see it from his point of view. You think you're gone. You think you're going to Bayern Munich. You're prepared. You've packed all your bags up. The deal's all done. You're ready to go. And then the decision not to move forward with a deal was made by Chelsea officials while Jackson was on board a private jet. Whilst Jackson was on board a private jet, flying to Germany, obviously. It's understood Jackson's reluctant to come back to Chelsea and has been angered at being told that he must now return to London. I fully get that. I fully get that. Of course he's going to be fuming that he's had to come back because he thought he was leaving. The deal was done. He was going to Bayern Munich. He probably sort of got used to it all. And now that's not the case. No, that's not the case. And so I don't know what's going to happen here. Because if nothing's signed, Jackson's camp are going to have to just firm that. They're going to have to firm it because they haven't got a leg to stand on. They haven't got a leg to stand on. And yeah, you ask for one normal day. You ask for one normal day at Chelsea and you can't have it. You can't have it. One normal day at Chelsea. Well, look, whether he wants to be here or not, he'd obviously set his mind on the fact that he wasn't going to be here. He set his mind on the fact that he was not going to be here. That in itself is a problem. Now, this is not Chelsea's fault, by the way. This isn't Chelsea's fault because they sanctioned the loan deal. They weren't to know that Delap was going to pick up an injury that was going to rule him out for 8 weeks. They didn't know that. So we can't blame Chelsea for this, chat. We can't blame Chelsea for this. Mate, he's not got a choice. If no contract has been signed, if the contract with Bayern has not been signed, he's not even done his medical at Bayern. So there's no way the contract's signed before the medical's done. So he can't refuse to come back. He has to come back because he's a contracted Chelsea employee. He's a contracted Chelsea employee. So that's what that's the situation that we're in. Contracted Chelsea employee. So he has to come back. There's no solution here, chat. He must. He absolutely must come back. By the way, chat, we're 30 subscribers away from 18.2k. Smash that subscribe button. There's 425 in the building. Smash the subscribe button and smash those likes. There's definitely 30 of you in here who haven't subscribed. So please run up the subscriber button, hit that subscribe button, and yes, smash up the likes, chat, as well. Big numbers. Appreciate each and every single one of you. A little bit of support would be greatly appreciated, chat. Yeah, as I said, Jackson can be angry. I fully understand him being angry. What does this article say? So, Nicolas Jackson furious as Chelsea scrap Bayern Munich loan. Chelsea have told Bayern Munich striker Nicolas Jackson they're not going to proceed with Nicolas Jackson's loan move. Jackson had landed in Munich on Saturday afternoon to undergo a medical with the Bundesliga champions, but Standard Sport understands the decision not to move forward with the deal was made by Chelsea officials while he was on board a private jet to Germany with his agents. It is understood that Jackson's reluctant to come back. Move is now cancelled after Delap was subbed in the 15th minute with a hamstring injury. Jackson does not appear to have many options and has been informed that he is no longer joining Bayern. We had to do this. We had to do this, chat. You know, we had to. There was no way we couldn't do this. Jackson is coming back, yes. They're going to have to spin that plane round. There's no way he signed anything. There's no way that he signed anything with... He's not signed anything with Bayern. So... it's as simple as that. But I am here for the Nico Jackson remontada, the redemption. You know, he's not signed. He isn't signed for Bayern yet. He's waiting to do his medical. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen here. But this is all an absolute madness. He can't, as I said, fully understand being annoyed at the late switch. He wasn't training with the team. He's been messed around. Agreed. However, he can't reject this. He's under contract. Loan move hasn't been finalised yet. It really is as simple as that. It really is as simple as that. It really is a... Bro, how is it embarrassing? How is it embarrassing? We've just lost a striker for 8 weeks and we've recalled one before he's finalised his loan move to cover the injury. How is that embarrassing? That's not embarrassing. Yeah, Jackson had a good 5 or 10 minutes at Munich airport. I hope he enjoyed it. I hope he enjoyed it. I hope he enjoyed it, chat. Let's get to a couple of these super chats. Big up to Assad. I was right. They called me Jackson fanboy. Hold. Yeah, brother, I'm with you. I'm with you. Big up. Yes, big up, brother. Appreciate the donation. You can blame Chelsea for this show because you're running the risk of an injury, having only one out-and-out 9 and a versatile forward in Pedro. We should have never been in this situation. Sure, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And I've said all summer, we need three, we need three, we need three. And no one was listening to me. No one was listening to me. And now, this is why. Could you imagine, by the way, if Jackson had signed the loan deal by now? We'd be in big trouble. We'd have to pay a fee to cancel it or something along those lines. And I agree, we shouldn't be in this situation. But yes, I get what you're saying in terms of we shouldn't have been in that situation in the first place. But you can't blame Chelsea for recalling Jackson. That's the point that I'm getting to. You can't blame Chelsea for recalling Jackson. That's my point. But big up for the donations. Big up, big up, big up. We 100% made the right choice here. 100%. Yes, I tell you why. Because they forced Chalobah out. They banned him from the first team facilities. They tried to sell him. And then they went back to him in January. That's a totally different situation to this. We didn't force Nico out. We didn't put him in the bomb squad. We didn't force him to train away from the first team. We didn't force him to leave the football club. It's a totally different situation. You cannot compare the treatment of Chalobah to this Jackson situation. Potentially, but it'll be at AFCON. Exactly. Right, chat. I'm going to the bottom of the chat. Brother, respectfully, you are chatting utter bollocks. Brother, Maresca didn't decide to send him on loan. Chelsea would have kept Jackson. He wanted to go and play more regularly. And we facilitated a deal to do that in the end. So even if Jackson didn't want to play for this manager, even if he didn't want to play for this manager, he is contracted to Chelsea Football Club. He cannot refuse to play for the manager. Yeah, bro, of course he is. Of course he's angry at it, and I get it. I get it. Yes, it's Monkey Gaming. I'm not sure if you just don't understand what I'm saying. There are literally zero similarities between the Jackson and Chalobah situation whatsoever. Why are you bringing those two situations up when they are completely different? They couldn't be more different. I don't understand why you're making that comparison, because it just doesn't work. Bro, the display up top today was woeful. Absolutely woeful settings up top. It was horrific. Absolutely horrific. Bro, he's not signed the deal. The deal's not signed, then Chelsea have called him back. I don't know what's going to happen here. Is Jackson just going to ignore all the calls? Are they just going to ignore the calls and then he's going to do his medical and sign the deal and just ignore Chelsea? I don't think you can do that. That would be what? A breach of contract, wouldn't it? I mean, I've got no idea. I've got absolutely no idea, chat. But it's a real strange one. It's a real strange one. A proper strange one. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen here. I've got absolutely no idea now. But ultimately, unless Jackson goes on strike, then he will be getting in that private jet and he will be flying back to London, and we will be using him against Brentford. That is what's going to happen here. And yeah, this is spot on as well. Chelsea didn't actively want to sell Jackson. They didn't actively want to sell Jackson. he wanted to leave for minutes. He wanted to leave for minutes, and that's and then obviously we come to an agreement with Bayern, and we couldn't have foreseen that Delat was going to go down for 8 weeks. It would have been absolutely stupid to have not done this. It would have been so stupid not to have done this. You know. Yeah, once he made it clear that he wanted to leave for minutes. But before then, they didn't want him to leave. I don't think we have handled the situation badly. Jackson wanted to leave. We facilitated a loan move. Okay, it's not a permanent move that would have benefited everyone. And a player's gone down for 8 weeks injured in his position, and we've recalled him. I don't see how that's handling the situation badly. That part of it is not handling the situation badly. Bro, it doesn't work like that. When you're a contracted employer and you're paid multiple thousands of pounds per week, it doesn't run like that. It does not run like that. Bro, I'm sorry. It's nonsense. It's absolute nonsense to say that we forced him out. Chelsea did not force Nicolas Jackson out of the football club. That is not true. You know, it's I do wonder sometimes about things. You know, I don't think we handled this badly, and I totally disagree. We didn't force him out. We didn't force him out. I don't understand why do people think we forced him out? I don't get it. I don't get it at all. We didn't force him out. And again, people talking about this third choice, or like, it doesn't work like that. You lot are talking as if like everyone is like no one plays in different positions, and it's 3 players going for one position. That isn't the case at all. That's not the case at all. Jackson is going to play ample amount of games this season. He's going to play plenty of games. He would have played plenty of games anyway if he'd stayed. Right, let's get this Plettenberg update up. Yes, Chelsea have informed Bayern they are pulling out of the loan deal of Nicolas Jackson, as first reported by Athletic. Being told Jackson's agent Ali Barat is still fighting to rescue the loan deal. Barat and Jackson are currently still in Munich. Max Erbel told Sky, let's see what happens. Jackson is still here. After the match, we will act. I can't say exactly what's going on yet. He could go in the January window. Agreed. He could go in the January window. And maybe and maybe that's the compromise we come to. Maybe that's the compromise that maybe that's the compromise we come to, chat. Maybe we come to that compromise. Because and maybe that's the best option for all parties. Although Jackson's going to miss most of January anyway because it's the AFCON. So I don't really know what's going on. Well, yeah, they are. He is. He's basically like Egbali's sort of right-hand man. So I'm not really sure what's going on. Bro, we're not going to get a better option than Nicolas Jackson to come on loan. in the last 2 days of the market, you're not going to find someone better than Jackson to come in. You're simply not. That's the reality of the situation. You will not find someone better than Nicolas Jackson to come in, chat. You won't. You absolutely won't. So I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do here. I don't know what's going to happen here, but we're going to have to wait. Let me get to these super chats as well. Big up to Naval Nation. So we're getting banged out of Europe. No, I don't think we are. No. So confusing as to what's going on. Well, right now the situation is basically Jackson flew to Munich to finalise his loan deal. Delap picked up an injury, out for 8 weeks. Chelsea have now made the decision to recall Jackson whilst he was obviously in the private jet flying to Munich. He's now landed in Munich, knows the situation, is pissed off about it, rightfully so, I can understand it. But as far as I'm aware, no medical's been done, no contract's been signed. So as annoyed as he is, and rightfully annoyed, at the end of the day, he's contracted to Chelsea. He's a Chelsea employee, and he's going to have to do as the club say. That ultimately is what it comes down to. Bro, Garnacho signed the contract. There's no cancelling the Garnacho deal. I'm not waffling nonsense. We didn't force him out. Trevor Chalobah we tried to force him out. Jackson has been training with the first team, obviously away from the first team when they're preparing for matches and whatnot. But generally speaking, he's been training with the team. He's not been sent to the bomb squad or anything like that. We've not forced him out. But when it's become clear that he wants to leave, then we have tried our best to facilitate him going. Now, it's not embarrassing for Chelsea to recall Nicolas Jackson. That's the smart thing to do. Yeah, I imagine so. He's done. Yeah, I would say so. I don't know for certain, but I would say it is. I would say it is. But I'm done. I'm done with. I'm done with arguing about whether he was forced out or not forced out. At the end of the day, we need him. We need this player back because we've lost a centre forward for 8 weeks, so we need him back. So that's where we are with this. I don't know what we're going to do. Yeah, and Ben Jacobs here as well has confirmed the same thing. He has to return. He has to return. Nicolas Jackson set to return to Chelsea. Understand Bayern have been informed the loan is cancelled after the lap picked up a hamstring injury against Fulham. Jackson's in Munich for his medical and understood to be unhappy with the decision. But he will have to return. That's it. He'll have to return. And that's the end of it, really, chat. That's the end of it. So let's wait and see what happens when he lands back in the UK and all this stuff. But he absolutely will have to return. Whether you think he should or shouldn't return is down to your opinion. I still believe Jackson's valuable for this team, and we're about to find out how valuable. Sucks as the lap injury, but it's stupid we tried to go into the season with 2 strikers. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. I was saying this all summer, I've been saying. It was stupid to go in. It was stupid to go in with 2 strikers. Stupid. But anyway, let's wait and see what comes in from that. Let's wait and see what comes in from that. So we're now going to move on to other news. And Another thing that doesn't make sense, right? Another thing that doesn't make sense, chat. This bid for Fermin Lopez has gone in, right? 40 million euros. That is very, very low. Very low, that. That's what, 31, 32 million pounds? It's shit all. There's no way that's getting accepted. Another thing, by the way, is if we recall Nicolas Jackson, which it looks like we are, how on earth can we sign Fermin Lopez if Jackson's not gone? How can we sign him? How can we sign Lopez if Jackson's not left? Because the whole point was 2 in, 2 out. And so I don't see how this, with Jackson being recalled, we signed Buonanotte on loan, which is an interesting one, a head scratcher, one that I totally don't understand at all. And now we've put in a 40 million euros bid, which is never getting accepted. So what are we doing here? What are we doing here? I don't get it. But there's no, Barcelona are never accepting 40 million euros for Fermin Lopez. I don't know why we're waiting for, I don't know why we're waiting for an answer from Barcelona. We know what that answer is going to be. We know what the answer is going to be. We know what it's going to be. And then there's another tweet here. Barcelona maintain their position. No plans to sell Fermin Lopez this summer following Chelsea bid. The only way for Fermin exit would be in case he decides to leave, with future now in the player's hands. So okay, fine. Up to Fermin Lopez. He needs to decide whether he wants to leave. All the noises so far have suggested that he doesn't want to leave. It's down to the player. Now, is there really space for Nicolas Jackson, for Facundo Buonanotte, and Fermin Lopez, all those three to come in? Is there space for that? I don't think there is. So there's no personal terms agreed with Fermin Lopez. We don't even know if he wants to come. I wonder whether this bid has come out just to make it look like we're doing something. So, yeah, we've spoken to his agent and stuff, but there's still no understanding as to whether he's coming. And he's still considering his future. So he's considering his future, right? But my thing here is, if Jackson comes back, then we cannot sign Fermin Lopez. Because there's no space. There's no space to sign Fermin Lopez. We can't sign him, chat. So this is where I'm getting confused. This is where I'm getting confused. I'm still pretty sure we're not signing Fermin Lopez. And people can say, "Oh, Tyreek George is gonna leave or whatever." It was never about Tyreek George leaving. He was on the UEFA B list anyway. It's not about that. It needs to be people from the A list. It's been made clear to us all summer with the reports. Nkunku and Jackson need to leave for 2 to come in. Now, unless we register Fermin Lopez instead of Liam Delap, is Delap going to miss the whole of the league phase? I don't know. It's a real interesting one. There's another super chat here. Big up to Thomas for the donation again. Very kind of you, brother. Appreciate it. Yeah, exactly. Bro, say it louder for the people at the back. Because people don't seem to understand. People think that everyone's playing in the same position and it's one player, it's 3 players competing for one position. Not true. Not true at all. You can play Jackson you could play Jackson at 9, Pedro in the 10, Palmer right. You've got so many different options. So this idea that there's 3 players competing just for one position is rubbish. Utter nonsense. They might not be used equally, but they will all be used. And they will be used a decent amount as well, by the way. They'll be used a decent amount. By the way, chat, keep smashing the likes up. We're 350 in the building, and we're at 171 likes. We need to get this over to 200 likes. Get this up over 200 likes, chat. It's piss poor that we haven't even reached 200 likes yet. Run it up, run it up, run it up. And keep smashing that subscribe button as well. Yeah, he did say that when we had everyone fit. We don't have everyone fit. The lap's out for 8 weeks. So the situation's changed. So when he said that, that was correct at that point in time when he said it. The situation's changed now. I mean, yeah, maybe we could cancel the Buonanotte loan. Maybe we cancel that instead. I mean, I don't know. But yeah, this Lopez thing, it's confusing. It's confusing. Ultimately, it's all down to the player. Ultimately, it's all down to the player. Ultimately, it's all down to the player. And to be fair, I think we're in a situation here where it's either Nicolas Jackson comes back or we try and sign Fermin Lopez. Those are the solutions. Those are the solutions, I think. And I still don't get the impression that he wants to leave, Fermin Lopez. I don't get the impression Lopez wants to leave. Because we've been speaking to his agents for a while now. There's no way. There's no way that... How's he still not decided? There's literally 49 hours left in the window. How have you not decided if you're coming or not, brother? How has he not decided? You know, you've always got to plan for worst case scenario. To be honest, I think Chelsea were just testing the waters. I think they're just testing the waters. 40 million euros was never going to be accepted. You know, 40 million euros was never going to be accepted. And we're still waiting. Barcelona haven't given an answer. And Fermin Lopez hasn't communicated what he wants to do. Fermin Lopez has not communicated what he wants to do, chat. So this is it here from Ben Jacobs, latest on Fermin Lopez. Let me just bring this up. Chelsea have made 40 million euros offer for Barcelona's Fermin Lopez. Efforts made all week to get player buy-in with Lopez as revealed, and the player is still considering his future. Barcelona yet to answer. So we still don't have buy-in from Fermin Lopez, and we don't have an answer from Barcelona yet either. So we're kind of where we were. I suspect in the end, this will all work out. I suspect in the end, this will all work out. And it'll be Jackson coming back. it'll be Jackson coming back with no Fermin Lopez. I honestly right now I don't see how Fermin Lopez comes. Well, we've made a very good start. We've made a very, very good start. We've made a very good start. No denying it. It's still, yeah, I mean, just one normal day at Chelsea. One normal day, chap. One normal day. That's all we ask. That's all we ask for. One normal day at Chelsea. Bro, Jackson's not going to refuse to play for the manager. We need to stop doing this. Jackson's not going to refuse to play for the manager. Bro, I don't think we will. I don't think we will get Lopez in. That's my personal opinion on it right now. I do not see us signing Fermin Lopez. Yeah, there's also a fair point in, do we even need Fermin Lopez? Do we actually need Fermin Lopez? Garnacho's come in, and you've got Buonanotte as well that you've signed that's going to cover the 10 and the right wing. Pedro can cover 10 and play left or right if needed. You've got Garnacho and Gittins on the left. With the Buonanotte deal, which is mental anyway, do you actually, it's a fair point. Do we actually need Fermin Lopez? Do we need Fermin Lopez, chat? You can want to have him, sure, but do we actually need him? Do you actually need him? I'm not sure we do. Now, bro, if Enzo gets injured, you've got Andre Santos who can play that role. We've got Santos who can play that role. So what are we doing here? Oh, there's another breaking. Fuck's sake. What have we got now? Breaking from Ben Jacobs. Right. Well, Nico's coming back. Permission revoked, pal. Chelsea have revoked Nicolas Jackson's permission to undergo a medical after informing Bayern they won't be proceeding with the loan. It follows Liam Delap's hamstring injury. Jackson is required to return and Bayern are informed. Spin that plane round, pilot. Spin that plane round. Jackson can want to play for Bayern. That's fine. But ultimately, chap, he's a Chelsea employee and nothing's been signed. So that's the end of it. That is the end of it. He must come back. Oh, God. Yeah, it's simple. Yeah, again, Chelsea have told Nicolas Jackson he no longer has permission to undergo a medical as he's contracted to Chelsea and is required to return. That's literally it. That's literally it. Nothing more to say. Yeah, potentially we'll be fuming that, a bit of commission for that deal is now gone. I hear it. I absolutely hear it. But we will be there for the Jackson remontada chat. We'll be there for a Jackson remontada. Don't you worry, guys. Jackson Remontada. You know, bro, it doesn't matter what Jackson wants to do. It doesn't matter. No deal's been signed. No medical's been done. Therefore, he's got no power in this situation. None whatsoever. That's it. It's confirmed. He has to come back. So yeah, that's the end of that. And there's not going to be any. Yeah, the Ziyech situation is totally different because he was there on loan and Chelsea sent the wrong paperwork. Again, that's totally different. Bro, absolutely spot on. Bayern could have finalised this Jackson deal ages ago. They could have finalised the Jackson deal ages ago. And yet, they decided to mess about. They didn't want an obligation. They tried and they kept doing all this and whatnot. They've only got themselves to blame. If you'd finalised the deal earlier and stopped messing about, then you wouldn't be in this situation. Right? As once again, this guy has sent in a donation to insult me. Fair play. Thanks for the £2 for the insult, mate. Yeah. Really interesting. Really interesting. Pays £2 to insult me. Fair play. Fair play. But they're not going to offer an obligation now. They're not going to suddenly offer an obligation. They haven't got the money to do that. They haven't got the money to do that. So, bro, Jackson can't refuse to come back. He's literally contracted to Chelsea. This is really not a difficult situation to understand. It's not a difficult situation to understand, guys. But yeah, guys, what else is going on? We're still, by the way, chat, we still haven't reached 200 likes. What are we doing here? 291 people in the building. We're 10 subscribers away from 18.2. Let's get this up to 18.2k subs, chat. Final 10 subscribers. Smash that subscribe button and keep smashing the likes. Get this up to over 200. We can do this, people. We can do this. Yeah, that's mental if that's the case. That's absolutely mental. For Lopez to come in, which one of our big boys is being sold? None of them are. None of them are being sold, mate. Lopez is not going to come. Lopez is not coming. We have to be so real here, chat. For me, I don't see Fermin Lopez coming. Yeah, he blame Munich. Exactly that. Oh, I need to hide that. Oh, big up, brother. Big up. Appreciate it. No, it's all fun. It's all fun. The haters it's part of it. It's quite funny, to be fair. It does amuse me. You know, pay £2 to insult someone. Fair. You know what? You've actually got to respect and admire the determination to get the insult in, the lengths that prepared to go to get the insult in. I respect the hustle. I respect the hustle. I don't watch any of his stuff. I don't agree with his stuff. Don't particularly like his stuff. But everyone's entitled to their own opinions. And yeah, that's kind of it, really. I think it's yeah, I don't really have anything to say about his content, to be perfectly honest. It's not for me, and that's that. But you know, he does his thing, and that's cool. Yeah, look, for me personally, it's a gimmick. It's a gimmick that's run its course. Personally, but that's just my opinion. At the end of the day, I don't know the answer to that question. I hope so. I would like that to be the case, but I don't believe that's going to be the case. Sadly, I do not believe that's going to be the case, chap. I don't believe that to be the case. So, yeah, we've got a problem. Yeah, and you know, this is exactly right. Trying to find a striker on loan, by the way, in the last 2 days of the window would have been virtually impossible. Would have been virtually impossible. Would have been a major, major problem. But yeah, chat, this is not going to be. This is the problem, right? Jackson's going to be fuming about the situation. But how good is a redemption arc in sport? How good is it? And he's got an opportunity now to start and perform. To be fair, he'd probably be promised a move in January, potentially. The timing of these injuries are shocking, by the way, but sometimes they work out. And for us, last time it didn't work out because they happened on deadline day and the window was closed. This time it happened whilst the window's still open. But there's a huge, huge 48 hours ahead in this Nico Jackson thing because Bayern Munich, by the way, are absolutely going to try and salvage this deal. They're absolutely going to try and salvage the deal. Big up, brother. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Yeah, look, at the end of the day, the community is the community. I want everyone to be able to have their say on things. And yeah, that's it. What's going on now? Fuck me, it's all kicking off, isn't it? Jesus, I was expecting to come home, just record a little match reaction, chill out, and I thought, oh fuck, I have to jump straight on the YouTube. Let's have a look. Has Fabrizio tweeted this? Oh fucking hell! Apologies about that, chat. This must be from a YouTube video. So here we go. Let me bring this up. Let me bring this up, chat. Nicolas Jackson's stance. He doesn't want to go back to Chelsea after what happened this summer, being out of the project. He wants to play for Bayern Munich. I get that. Cool. Understood. I get it. However, unfortunately, brother, there's no there's nothing that can be done. There's nothing that can be done. Jackson's contracted to Chelsea. You know, that's that. It's very, very simple. It's an absolute mess. It is a mess. It is a mess. Of course it is, because we should never have been in this position in the first place, because we should never have gone into a season with two fucking strikers. And it is a mess, and it's so last minute, and the timing's unfortunate. And it is a bit of a shambles. And I get it why Jackson's fuming. But brother, you've got an opportunity for a redemption arc to prove people wrong, to silence the doubters, to silence the haters, and to turn things around. Surely we can come to some sort of agreement where we'll let you go in January or something like that. I don't know, but ultimately, I get his position. I get his point of view, but you haven't signed anything. Unfortunately, brother, nothing's been signed. You were contracted to Chelsea, and they've cancelled the move, and you're coming back. Haven't got a leg to stand on here. But this is not the last we've heard of it. This is not the last we have heard of this chat. Won't be the last at all. I wonder now. I wonder now. Bro, Chelsea have called him back. They've called him back. I don't know why anyone's trying to dispute that. He's been called back. I wonder now, Bayern, ball's in your court. Ball's in your court. Put a permanent bid in. Put a permanent bid in. Put a permanent bid in. I don't know. Look, we don't know what's gone on behind the scenes. We've got no idea. Bro, he's not. Respectfully, he's not. He isn't. I don't know what's going to happen, chap. I really don't know what's going to happen here. Just something normal. Just something normal would be great. Just a normal day. One normal day. One simple transfer window. Jackson, you signed a 2-year contract extension last year until 2033. Unfortunately, as much as Jackson is annoyed, he hasn't got a choice. We're not going to let him join, and nor should we in these circumstances. So it's going to be very interesting. It's going to be very, very interesting. I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do, chat. I don't know what we're going to do. Bro, it's exactly what I've said. Exactly what I've said. You're not going to, with 2 days left in the window, you're not going to find yourself a better forward option than Jackson with 2 days left in the window. You're not going to find it. Oh my God, what is going on here? So now we've then got this, and it's all kicking off, chat. It's all kicking off. Diamanti Kamara, an advisor/consultant for Nico Jackson, not his agent, writes on Instagram, airplane doesn't walk backwards, Munich with a love heart. Oh, what is going on here? What is going on here? Airplane doesn't walk backwards, Munich. Leon, after today, brother, absolutely no chance. Absolutely not. He's nowhere near. He's nowhere near. He's not good enough. That might sound harsh, but that's the blatant reality of it. That's the blatant reality of it. George is not good enough. Yeah, I don't know. I always get dubious as when they start putting fucking agents and advisors start sticking stuff up on social media and all that kind of thing. I mean, seriously. We are better than that, chap. We are absolutely better than that. Now, we're not going to get Amiga on loan with 2 days left. Boniface, maybe you look at Boniface. I don't know. But ultimately, it works both ways. Don't sign a 2-year contract extension until 2033. Don't do that. There's always drama. Always drama. I get it. Fuming. Every right to be fuming. But guys, come on. We need to be professionals here. We need to be professionals here, and we need to stop acting like children. Come back, you're contracted, and play. This is the same for any player, by the way. And look, you can call this Bayern's fault, you can call it Chelsea's fault, you can call it Jackson's fault, you can do whatever you want. But ultimately, Jackson was available all of August. Bayern, make a decent permanent offer or do a loan with an obligation earlier rather than trying to negotiate for just an option. They've got themselves to blame here as well. They've got themselves to blame here as well. We have to be. We have to be. It doesn't matter whether he wants to return or not. He'll get over it. He's contracted to Chelsea. But yeah, this situation is now a mess. This situation is now a mess, chap. What a time to be alive. What a time to be alive. Madness. Utter madness. I mean, Jesus Christ. Well, I don't know who it is. Whoever's making the decisions at the club is poor. It's really poor to go in with 2 strikers. And we said it all summer. We said it all summer. Well, I say we. I've said it all summer. I've said it all summer. Chat, we're 7 subscribers away now from 18.2k. There's 345 in the building. Keep smashing that subscribe button. Let's get these final 7 subs chalked off. Come on, chat. Let's keep it moving. Smash up the likes as well. We're on 219. Let's get this up to 250. Let's get it to 250. So smash the like button and smash the subscribe button. Appreciate all the support, guys. But anyway, let's get back to this Fermin Lopez stuff. Let's get back to the Fermin Lopez stuff. Let's get this back. Chaos, chaos, chaos. It's what we do. It's what we do. Let me get back to this Fermin Lopez thing. Chelsea have made a bid for Fermin Lopez because they believe they have a chance, while Barca believe he will stay. Fermin has to decide. I basically think, really, from what, in my opinion, what we can ascertain from this is Chelsea have made a bid. They're testing the waters. They're trying to put a bit of pressure on Lopez. They don't really know whether Lopez is open to the move or not. I think we're just trying our luck here. But the fact that Lopez hasn't decided with such little time left in the window, makes me think, nah, I'm not that keen. That's my personal opinion anyway. Makes me think they're not that keen. He's not that keen on joining. But I could be wrong. But Bayern haven't responded yet. Bayern haven't responded yet. So we've got to wait and see. But I think this is a fair point here as well, by the way. I think this is a fair point here as well. Let me just bring it up now. And I think Daniel's spot on here. I don't like the bomb squad model. It basically guarantees alienating players and creating farcical situations like this every summer. Also, like with Trev, being recalled in January makes sporting directors look silly and have to basically reverse on players. I absolutely agree. Absolutely agree. This is why we end up in farcical situations. And he's absolutely right. He's absolutely right. But this is not like the Isak situation whatsoever. This is not like the Isak situation whatsoever. This is spot on here. If you agree, great. If you don't, no problem. But this is spot on. It's a mess. And this is what happens. You create a mess when you do this sort of thing. Yes, that frame shirt behind me is signed, and it's got Nico's signature on there as well. I went to the training ground when in Pochettino's season in charge, and got my shirt signed by the boys. No, but it's the same principle. It's the principle of it. You know, I'm not saying that he was in the bomb squad, but the bomb squad model. You know, that's the that's the point that I'm making here, chat. That is the point that I'm making here. And if the funny thing is, right, we sign so many players, we rotate, and yet we still seem so short in areas. We still seem so short in areas, and I just don't get it. How after all these players we've bought and stuff, how are we still short in certain areas? I just don't get it. I don't understand how we're still so short in key areas on the pitch, despite all the money we've spent. I don't understand. It's just really confusing. I'm confused. Oh, wow. I mean, we could maybe in an emergency, but that's not cutting it either. That's not cutting it. I'm sorry. Mark Guiu coming back isn't cutting it, chap. Not cutting it whatsoever. Chelsea tweet. Bro, are you being serious? Did you watch the game today? George at striker is a disaster. It's an absolute disaster. We absolutely cannot, under any circumstances, be having George as striker. No way. Absolutely no way. Is there a Chelsea tweet? Is there a Chelsea tweet hinting at a Garnacho announcement? Let's have a look. Chelsea FC. No, it doesn't look like there is. Hold on a second. Enzo Fernandez doing a binoculars thing. Maybe it could be. Maybe it could be a Garnacho announcement incoming. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, it's confirmed. Yeah. Looking for Jackson's plane. Yeah, Garnacho's been confirmed, chap. But yeah, it's been confirmed. Alejandro Garnacho announcement settings. Oh, there's no tweet though. There's no tweet, but the Garnacho thing has been confirmed, chap. Do you know what's mad, right? Garnacho signing doesn't even make the top 3 stories from today. Delap injury, Fermin Lopez bid, and this Nicolas Jackson scenario are all bigger stories than Delap being announced. But sorry, than Garnacho being announced. But Garnacho is announced. He's here. But that pales into insignificance now. That pales into insignificance now. Seven-year contract. Welcome to Chelsea. But he's not. We can feel sorry for him. He's not signed any paperwork. He's not signed the paperwork. He's here. Right, source Chelsea. Where's the pics? Right, chat. Let me just get on the Chelsea website for these pics. Garnacho settings. Right, Chelsea complete Alejandro Garnacho signing. Right, chat. Let's watch this video. Chat, can we all see this? There it is. Garnacho's arrived, chat. Yeah, of course, of course. There it is. Cold, cold. It's there. There he is. 7-year contract for my guy. Can't lie. Quite cold, that announcement. It's a decent. I'll be honest. It's not bad. It's pretty decent, that chat. We have to be honest. It's not bad at all. Let me just quickly find these picks. Can't lie. Some of these are cold. Yeah, that's a cold picture. It's a cold picture, chat. It's a cold picture. That's sick. This is Fab's moment. This is Fab's moment. This is his moment. This is the one that he's been waiting for, chat. Yeah, Garnacho's here. Garnacho's here. It's done. It's Romeo done, chat. Romeo. It's Romeo done. I think I missed a super chat. Big up again, brother. No one's telling the truth. Yeah, bro, it's hard to tell who is telling the truth at the moment. Very difficult to tell. Very, very difficult to tell who is telling the truth right now. Very tricky, chat. But big up for that donation, brother. Bro, Isak's not possible for us, no. Yeah, it's mad. It's mad. It is mad. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. This is mad. This is I mean, fuck me. What a day, chat. Oh, Jesus Christ. What a day. What a day. What a day. Oh, Jesus Christ. Any Isak news? Yeah, he's going to go Liverpool. He's going to end up going to Liverpool. He's going to end up going Liverpool for sure. I don't think so. So I suspect it'll be Jackson recalled and that'll be it. Yeah, mad. Doesn't seem to be much other information right now. No, it's not. Everyone knows that Isak's done out here. He's going. No, bro, Vlahovic, absolutely not. Vlahovic, absolutely not. Bro, we haven't panicked after the Daps injury. We've got one centre forward. So we were going to recall one from loan. That's not a panic. That's not a panic. Not a panic at all. Well, to be fair, we've not fucked them. We have slightly fucked them over, but not intentionally. The deal wasn't done. The deal was not done. So therefore, we can't really complain. We can't really complain. I don't know what Garnacho's number is. I don't know what the number is. I'm not sure, chat. Because Guiu's not good enough. And Jackson's going to be much, much more important to this Chelsea team. Far, far more important to this Chelsea team. Yeah, I don't get I don't get the Fermin Lopez bid. I mean, yeah, it does look pretty messy. I mean, admittedly, it's not entirely our fault though. In terms of like the app injury, we couldn't have foreseen that happening when it did. And it's just unfortunate that Jackson was about to join Bayern and we've had to recall him and he's pissed about that. He'll get over it. He'll get over it. But he's in. Garnacho's here, announced. Wow. Wow, indeed. Bro, of course we can recall him. Jackson's not even signed anything. So this idea that we can't recall a player is not true. It's not true, chat. It's not true. Look, I don't personally agree on that, but we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out what's gonna happen here. We are absolutely gonna find out what's gonna happen. Well, soon. In the next hours, I would have thought. In the next hours, certainly tomorrow, and we'll have an answer within 48 hours. So yeah, that's where we're at, chat. I agree. I agree. Is Garnacho wearing 19? Who said that? Who said that? I've not seen that. I've not seen that confirmed anywhere. Yeah, right. Oh, is it 6:30, chat? It is 6:30. You know, I'm not concerned that Jackson won't give 100%. I'm not concerned about that. No. Right, let's see if there's anything else popping off, chat. Chat, we still haven't reached 250 likes. 10 likes to go. Keep smashing that like button. Smash the subscribe button as well. It's free. It takes seconds to do. And I greatly appreciate it. So make sure you are doing just that, guys. Make sure you're doing just that. But again, we can't really. Yeah, but someone that's come through the academy is obviously going to have far more of an affiliation with the club than someone that's been there 2 years. Yeah, it is true that Jackson's being recalled. Yes, we've cancelled the deal because Delap's injured. But there's obviously a bit of a problem now. Jackson doesn't want to come back and say, yeah, we're not really sure what's going on. So yeah, that's where we're at, chat. That is where we're at. It's a mess. Yeah, it is a mess. Some of our doing and some not of our doing. And yeah, hopefully it's going to sort itself out imminently. Hopefully it's going to sort itself out imminently. That would be ideal. Would be very ideal. So yeah. Ultimately, he's not got a choice. He doesn't have a choice in the matter. He's contracted to Chelsea. He didn't sign a contract with Bayern. So therefore, unfortunately, brother, you're gonna have to come back. So that's where we're at. Right, chat. We are going to round this one out. I will see you lot again tomorrow. I'll see all you lot again tomorrow. Big glove for the support today, by the way. Huge show, big numbers, big breaking news, as always. Bro, Matt Law has not said there's no recalling back. No, he's not said that. Why are we making stuff up? Let's not make stuff up, chat. So whoever's saying that, brother, you're chatting nonsense. Matt Law and Nico Jackson. Interesting. So interesting how this has been tweeted out 6:33, literally 1 minute ago. Oh, they don't add up. Interesting. Well, what's happened there? What's happened there? Bro, I don't care if it's on an app. It's not true. Because 1 minute ago, he's just tweeted this out. So whatever app that's from is incorrect. I just made something up. Jackson's not done a medical. Jackson hasn't signed a deal with Bayern Munich. Therefore, we have revoked the deal, taken away the permission for a medical, and he's got to come back. So, mate, Matt Law has not said that. What Matt Law has just said is on screen right now. Anything else claiming to be something that Matt Law has said is not true. There we are. Anyway, chat, we're going to round this one out. Big up for all the love today. Big up for all the support. Big numbers. Great show. Please smash the like button on the way out. Please subscribe if you are new round here as well. I greatly appreciate it. I'll be back again tomorrow. Who knows what's in store? Chaos and craziness for the last 48 hours of the window. But yeah, guys, enjoy the rest of your Saturday night. Unless anything major happens, I won't be back later on. Enjoy your evening, guys, whatever you're doing. Chill out, put your feet up, relax, whatever's going on, and just soak in the chaos that is Chelsea. See you lot tomorrow. Up the Chelsea, and we're out. Love.